Actually, I think, first of all, at the current situation, we have a very well-developed payment and banking system in Iran. In terms of quantities, we are very good. For example, I think we are number one in the Middle East for the number of POS per capita. And as I checked the report, the country internationally has the rank 4. I mean for the card payment system, because it was a policy from the central bank from 10 years ago to develop the electronic payment, which is less costly comparing to the cash payment. Even for the banking system, we have a very good interbanking infrastructure. So I think at the moment the current focus in the country is on some supplementary system like risk management, like fraud detection, like anti-money laundering, I mean the systems like this. But your question regarding the future, I can explain about our vision. First of all, because at TOSAN TECHNO we are focused on the payment and banking, we are preparing ourselves for the mobile and working on the user experience to see how we can bring the mobile payment in the hand of the customers. We don't care regarding the technology. I mean, I'm not talking about the NFC or the QR and so on, but using the mobile mostly instead of the banking card. That's one of our actually major project that we have some business cases that we are working on that too. That's the biggest thing on the payment, I think. And the second thing is that I think as we see the trend internationally, there is a convergence between the retail and payment, and the point of sale, I believe that it will become point of service. So we are working on such a system to bring more services to the merchant location and to make a new concept instead of the current traditional POS. I can talk regarding these two topics in the payment as a not very far future. Of course, because your question was targeted regarding the Iran market. I think again we started the EMV migration talk, not a still project. It is something in the infrastructure, of course, not a trend. For the banking, we have a special target. We developed the e-banking very good, so the number of our transaction in the branch is very little in terms of number. Less than 10% of the transaction of the customer is running at the branches. And so the point which happened is that now the branches are empty of transaction and very costly. So I believe that we must target this point and bring the new channel to the banking system that can migrate the tellers from the branches. So that's the reason we as TOSAN TECHNO, since 2 years ago, we started to develop the new concept of VTM, virtual teller machine, as a new banking channel in the market, as a replacement for current traditional branches. And we start 4 projects, and we are working very hard on that, and we are very optimistic that we can do something on branch transformation, because that's the major topic, branch transformation.
Perfect. Well, you answered my question, because the next one is to please tell me more about the first VTM in Iran.
Actually, it's challenging topic, because some bankers, they believe that it doesn't work. They are not optimistic on that or resisting because this is a change. But especially in our market, we did some researches, and we found that everywhere in the world, that's a big challenge for banker. If they want to close the branch, it is not good in the eyes of their customer. But the paradox is that the customer, they don't come to the branch, but they like to see the branch. So that's the paradox. So we start to advise the banks that we need to a new format of branches as a footprint, smaller one, and mostly self-service, or maximum 1% at this type of branches as a concierge. So that was the idea. We targeted the efficiency of the bank to improve the efficiency by the VTM. So we started the first VTM project by Citibank in Iran, because they were very good prepared for this channel, as they have a new format of branches. These are like express branch, expanded everywhere at city. So we had a talk together, and they have the idea, they knew what they want, and then we advised them that the VTM is a good solution for these new branches. They call it Shahnet or CityNet. And then if you go to this branch, you can open account, you can ask instantly for a new debit card or whatever you need to do by a teller. And you don't need to go to these branches just on the official times in the day, I mean 8 o'clock to 4. No, you can go there at the 10 o'clock in the afternoon and you ask for your services. So it was the first project. Then we started the second one by another bank, which they targeted the virtual banking. And right now we are looking at every bank to see what's their requirement, because we have large scale banks in Iran, 2,000, 3,000 branches. And I think they will face this challenge for the branch. They need to have a new definition for the branch, and they need to reformat their branches. And that was the context, but the first VTM was in the Citibank, and right now we are working very hard to develop the concept, to develop the services, the software, and everything.